Here in the United States, 3 new countries added to a list on President Trump's new travel ban. The latest proclamation replaces expiring restrictions on travelers from 6 Muslim-majority nations and takes effect in mid-October. The current list has 8 nations, adding Chad, the DPRK, Venezuela, keeping Iran, Libya, Syria, Yemen, and Somalia. Sudan dropped from the ban. CGTN's White House correspondent Jessica Stone following the story for us. Jessica, Chad on the list. Explain that one.
Yeah, it's something that's got a lot of people in Washington pretty puzzled because, of course, Chad, a close counterterrorism partner with the United States, which is something that the United States, in taking them and putting them on the travel ban, acknowledged, saying they're very grateful for their cooperation. Of course, they're also big participants in taking 400,000 refugees from neighboring countries affected by terrorism. But let me read part of the statement from the United States government to you regarding why they did put Chad on the list. Quote, Chad does not adequately share public safety and terrorism-related information and fails to satisfy at least one key risk criterion. Additionally, several terrorist groups are active within Chad or in the surrounding region. So I see the idea there that people can come through Chad from one of the neighboring countries that may be from a terror group such as Boko Haram and be able to come through the United States through a Chadian airport. President Donald Trump justifying his decision over the weekend, tweeting this, quote, making America safe is my #1 priority. We will not admit those into our country we cannot safely vet. Now, you mentioned earlier that the DPRK is also on this list. That is not likely to have much of an impact on either the DPRK or the United States because, of course, there are no diplomatic relations between those two countries, and there is now a travel ban in effect for Americans to not go to the DPRK. Not much chance of them coming here either.
And what about the countries on the list? Any reaction from them?
Yeah, you know, we've often seen fairly swift reaction from Javad Zarif, the foreign minister of Iran, and he tweeted just about 15 hours ago this, quote, Trump's fake empathy for Iranians rings ever more hollow with his new and even more offensive travel ban against such outstanding citizens. So still protesting Iran's presence on that travel ban. But Sudan really glad that they are off the list, saying in reports, quote, this is a positive step on normalizing relations. Now, it is very clearly a different ban. This is the 3rd attempt, of course. This is now a permanent ban. It's not going to be temporary like the previous 2 iterations. And the other thing we have to keep in mind here is that there are Supreme Court cases against and involving the previous 2 cases. The Supreme Court has now decided it will not hear any arguments next month on the validity of those bans constitutionally. People are arguing that they were basically designed to keep Muslims out. Now, with the addition of Venezuela and DPRK, a little tougher task to make, but we'll have to see if this latest iteration of the travel ban is also challenged in court.
All right, Jessica Stone, thank you so much.